Hey guys, welcome to Offshoot Comics Off Topic. We're your hosts, Kirby Kid.
And Black Superman.
Also known as David Clark.
And Walter Bryant.
And today we're talking about a whole bunch of comic stuff because we haven't done an all comics episode in forever. So, first up, still actually not really a comic directly, but our promise review of Man of Steel with all spoilers. So, if you haven't seen it yet, first of all, you're wrong for that. You know you're wrong for that.
Yeah, because I'm going to be going around on my second time tomorrow.
Yeah, same here. Oh, what?
Yes, see it.
So, Man of Steel. We liked it.
Yeah, it was a great movie.
End the review. No, I was mad that there's no Neil before Zod. Still mad about that. Not ever going to go away. Because,
yeah, you're right.
It's kind of a big thing.
You can't have Zod in the movie and not have Neil before Zod. Well, I guess obviously you can.
Because it happened.
It happened. There's no Neil before Zod.
They asked us our opinion. Another thing that was dumb. Mr. Kent died to save a dog. That's some white people crap. Okay?
That's not, he didn't die to save the dog.
He died to save a dog.
He died to save Clark's secret identity.
No.
Even though he didn't have one yet.
What you do is, we're all safe now. We got the child out. Let that dog die.
I agree. But it's actually his wife's fault.
Oh yeah, she's like, go back for the dog, go back for the dog.
Because like they were all safe under the bridge, and then she said, "We forgot the dog," and he's like, "I'll go get it." Because you know, he was the guy. You know, he already thought about the dog.
Yeah,
he was gonna leave the dog.
Get another one. And hey, if you're lucky, it ends up being Super Dog, so he'll be okay. But couldn't Clark have, while the wind was at its harshest, jumped into the tornado? Saved his dad, gone through the other side of the tornado, dropped him off, and then run all the way back? People aren't looking at you, looking at the giant tornado.
Yeah, but they were standing at the front of the crowd.
No.
Now, if he had run out the back and then done all that, they might have been able to get away with it. People would have still wondered how Jonathan Kent survived all that.
People survive tornadoes all the time in miracles.
Yeah, but they don't usually stand in the middle of an F5.
Hey,
he was standing in the middle of an F5.
Hey. In
the middle of an F5.
Stranger things have happened.
He's from California. He doesn't know what an F5 is.
I know what F5 is. You die instantly.
That is called the finger of God.
But things
can finger of God.
People say, "Well, hey, then maybe God spared this one."
Like,
come on now.
When that thing went by, there was street.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
And God decided to leave Jonathan Kent alive somewhere. Hey, Superman could have broke a few bones. Make it look realistic.
Ow.
Hey, it's either that or find out your son's an alien.
Or you
and he would be okay with it.
Or you could just die with the dog.
No!
Okay,
that's dumb. We are not happy about that.
It even gets worse. Because he ran out there for his wife and still didn't save the dog. He died with the dog.
For nothing. First of all, if I'm Clark Kent, it's like, yeah, okay, find out who I am.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like, I would never have been called Superman. I would have just been called Clark Kent.
Yeah,
like, cause you can't do crap about it. Like, General Zod tried to attack his mother, and that was hilarious. Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Like he heard what was going on, he was like, no. He threw him through like 4 towns. I mean,
while pounding him in the face.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was. I enjoyed that scene. He's like, I hate you. Punch you in the face. And then his big mouth told General Zod about the sensory overload.
Yeah, about how to get over it.
Yeah.
So that was a problem. The whole let's tell my enemy exactly how to get over this one weakness that we've exploited so far.
But what was dumber though? Dumber than all that? The final scene. Now. They're in a museum or something because, of course, what you do when the alien invasion is happening or whatever it was, they were somewhere that they shouldn't have been. Anyways, General Zod is going to try and cut them in half with his laser. Slowly. Now, everyone else runs away from the slow-moving laser. This little dumb family's like, oh no! Now, the laser was like at their chest height, so about 4 feet. They could have rolled under it because Superman was holding Zod. By the head. So he wasn't going to aim down, so they could have rolled under it. They could have walked away. There's no! And because of that, Superman had to kill General Zod, which Mark Waid was not happy about.
Yeah, and Mr. Wade, I read your story. Okay, I got to go a little bit off topic here. He went on this humongous rant about how this wasn't Superman for him because Superman killed General Zod, but also because during this whole battle, Superman wasn't really trying to save anyone's life except for when they were thrown directly in his path. Like any other time, he didn't go out of his way to save anybody. He blew up Metropolis, which basically is true.
All right.
When it came down to fight which machine was whichever machine, and there was one that was in Metropolis killing people and one on the other side of the planet that nothing was attacking, and he chose the other one.
That's smart.
That was smart. Yeah, exactly. Because like the problem that he had with that was that he left the army to fight everybody else, but
it worked.
You have to stop one.
Right.
And if I let you go down, if I let the army go down to the other machine, they can't stop it anyway. So now they're useless. So now I'm left to fight both of them. At least if I go down to the machine that has no one protecting it, once I get past its defenses, all I got to do is just knock the machine out. Smart move.
Yeah.
And then he came right back. I mean, it's not like he didn't. He goes, okay, well, let the army do the rest.
And all he did, like the whole struggle there was fighting against the gravity, right? That's what it was, right?
Well, and the grabby arms that were flying.
Well, I mean, after you got past, he just kind of just flew straight through it, right?
Well, yeah. Well, there was the gravity, and there was also the fact that since it was terraforming, the atmosphere where he was at was Kryptonian atmosphere.
That's right. Yeah. So that's why he was. Yeah. Okay. But I like the fact that he wasn't like God mode Superman. He was like, this is day one for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've never done this before. Like this cape is because I just found it in a hole somewhere.
Yeah. Like, so he made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And that was the other part of that whole thing.
Yeah. One mistake. When you're holding Zod from cutting people in half with lasers, why don't you just fly straight up? I don't know.
Because breaking his neck seems like a better move.
Oh, I mean, it is a better move. Like I would have killed Zod too, but I'm just saying if you want to keep your whole purity thing, intact. Yeah. Just saying.
Also, Lois Lane knows who he is.
Yeah, just straight up knows who he is.
She like figured it out about an hour into the movie.
And now they work together.
Mm-hmm. She like looks at him, hey, Clark Kent, nice to meet you. I know who you are.
Right.
Because she went and saw his mom while he was Superman. And
apparently it's easy to find his parents. She did it in 2 minutes. It was just crazy. She's just like, oh yeah, here you are.
Yeah. Oh, and she kept calling him Clark in the middle of the fight. Like that helps.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah. So I mean, Krypton was cool. Krypton itself,
it was cool.
It was cool. The planet was not this ice crystal thing that you see in the old Superman movies. It was this really cool mechanical world that had these huge beasts that people flew around on. Krypton was awesome. I want to see more Krypton.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I mean, well,
you can.
You really can.
But
they do backstory or time travel.
Exactly.
So I mean, it was pretty good. One of my favorite things though was when Superman is fighting the two other Kryptonian people, and the military is firing at both, like everyone, and the bullets are irrelevant. Like it took me a good 3 minutes to realize, oh wait, they're firing at them, because they weren't phased at all.
Yeah, like they're having the huge boss fight,
right?
And their bullets just
like,
bouncing around everywhere.
Like, oh yeah, there are people here.
The Kryptonians were doing flash steps.
Basically, yes, okay. Their little speed jumps, it looks like flash steps from Bleach, which means it could be done now. And if they ever do a Dragon Ball movie again, which I hope they don't, but if they do, they can do the little fast movement. It can be done correctly and look good.
Yeah, like they had super speed fights, and the super speed fights looked great.
Yes, craters everywhere, shockwaves, just it was amazing.
Oh, one of my favorite parts, Superman was learning how to fly.
Yes,
that was awesome.
It was hilarious. He's like, yeah. No!
Oh, he had so. I mean, it wasn't very long, but like, imagine the whole Spider-Man thing where he slams himself into the wall, but way higher and way harder with a big crater.
But it didn't hurt him though.
Well, yeah, but that was funny though.
Yeah, it was funny.
Like Spider-Man knocked himself out. I mean, Superman just like ran into a mountain, knocked the top of the mountain off, stood up and goes, "Well, that sucked," and then did it again.
I hated Superman's little kid friends when he was a kid, like who kept pushing him. I'm like, if you only knew. Like, years later from now, in Injustice World, you're going to figure out, oh my god, I bullied that guy. I mean, just why would, this is dumb.
Yeah, another thing, like, I've always believed that in the universe where Superman exists, it should be more like the rest of the world doesn't know who Clark Kent is, but everybody in Smallville knows who he is. And they just kind of keep it as
it's
a town
small
secret.
town.
Yeah, and they just kind of keep it as a small secret, and that's kind of what they did here. They put him there, and they said, okay, everybody recognizes you. They know that your mom is over there, you know. And so, like, even a couple of people who bullied him actually get to see him getting punched around.
One of his bullies, who's a manager of IHOP, there's a scene where Superman lands down there, and like he looks at him, and I think he's like,
Okay, you just got knocked through a wall.
But that was one of the bullies who ended up being nicer later on, right?
Well, yeah, after he lifted a bus and
to
saved
save his
their
life.
lives.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a really good movie. And I'm waiting for Supergirl because she's next. That's the last.
And hopefully she'll be, you know, they'll start from the moment where she gets out of the pod.
Yes, when she's naked.
Yeah, because that would be great. That would be awesome.
But she can't be 16 like the comic book. She needs to be 18. Or everyone watching it will feel awkward. But I mean, it's now unfortunately, like we said last video, there was no scene afterwards.